What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope everybody's doing well out there on this beautiful Tuesday. I'm doing real good myself. Yesterday, such a rainy and relaxing day and night here in Fort Wayne. I couldn't do anything but just sleep. That's all I did all day yesterday. Oh, then get up, ate a little bit, and then went back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just getting back with y'all, you know what I mean, to cover this particular story right here. And as you can see, it says here a 13-year-old boy was with autism was shot by police after his mother called for help managing a mental breakdown. All right. The fella had autism, mental breakdown. And you got these trigger happy officers that's on the force out here that's, just want to just squeeze that trigger and shoot someone. And these children are getting younger and younger. Now, normally we hear, that it's a black child. This time, it's the other way around. It's a white child. You know what I'm saying? Which makes no difference. But the thing is, we know that it happens more on a basis where it's black children, getting shot by the hands of the police than white. But it's bad either way. You know what I'm saying? And for those of the people, that think when, they having a little discrepancy in their home, you know what I mean, and they can't settle it without calling the police, you may want to think twice, because if that's what you're going to do is call the police, then you putting whoever that you call the police on at risk of being shot, maybe even killed. You see, just like the situation in Rochester, New York, where a man called the police on his brother, and he was like said to be like kind of mentally ill as well. He suffered, with mental illness, and he called the police in hopes that they would, kind of help the situation, get his brother under control, or whatever. I don't think that the man felt like the police was going to harm him, but he found out the hard way. They actually suffocated him. They put what they called a spit guard, a spit bag over his face. You know what I'm saying, or what have you. And the guy died like a week later. So calling the police is not always the answer. And two, if you were to call the police and something like this, a tragedy were to occur by the hands of the police, where they murdered, you know what I mean, your loved one or what have you, you may not be able to live with that. That might, haunt you the rest of your life. You understand? So you may want to kind of handle that, or try to, on your own. Now, to get into this story right here, a 13-year-old boy was seriously injured after being shot by a police officer in Salt Lake City on Friday night, according to his mother. Golda Barton said that her son, Lyndon Cameron, who has Asperger's syndrome, experienced a mental breakdown earlier in the day. It had been her first day back at work in nearly a year, and Lyndon was having trouble coping. She confirmed on CNN in an email. Barton also confirmed she called the police and asked for a crisis intervention team to help her manage the situation and get her son treatment. I said, look, he's unarmed. He doesn't have anything. He just gets mad and he starts yelling and screaming. Barton told CNN affiliate KUTV about her call to police. He's a kid. He's trying to get attention. He doesn't know how to regulate. Wow. And she called the cops. And this is what really, this is what happened. I guess this is the mother right here, And before I go any further, I guess this is my opinion. For a lot of white people that hear in the news how police are gunning down young black, teenagers or whatever, 16, 17, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you sit and you don't say anything. But now it's on you, because low life don't give a damn what they do, far as, on the police force. They don't give a shit who they shoot. They don't care who they murder. It just wasn't no excuse for the police to even shoot this young fella right here. You know what I'm saying? You can't, control a 13-year-old boy. What business do you even have on the police force? You know? But to continue, when police arrived, Barton said her son ran away. She told KUTV that she heard someone yell, "Get down on the ground," 3 times, followed by several gunshots. They didn't, they, well, she says, why didn't they tase him? Why didn't they shoot him with rubber bullets? Barton told the station, "He's a small child. Why don't you just tackle him? You are big. You are big police officers with massive amounts of resources." Salt Lake City Police Sergeant Keith Horrocks said in a news conference on Saturday that officers had been called to the area because a boy was having a psychological episode and had made threats to some folks with the weapon. Okay. What kind of weapon was it? See, if he had a weapon, then hey, all bets are out the window right there. But it goes on to say here, the boy fled, and as police chased him, one officer fired their weapon and struck the boy. Well, it struck the child. Horrocks said officers provided medical aid to the boy until medical personnel arrived. Horrocks said he was then taken to a local hospital, according to police. Linda's injuries include damage to the shoulder, ankles, intestines, bladder, and colon, as well as nerve damage, Barton told CNN. It is not clear whether the boy actually had a weapon or actually what threats police were said to be responding to. Barton told CNN her son was unarmed. Detective Greg Wilking, a police spokesperson for the Salt Lake City Police Department, told CNN on Tuesday that he could not speak specifically to whether the boy had a weapon or what the officers perceived threats were, and that those questions would be determined by the investigation. Here we go. See, y'all finna get a little dose of what black people go through, you know what I mean, on a regular basis. Now, what y'all gonna do about it? You understand? It's interesting to see, what are white people gonna do about situations like this, because it's gonna start ramping up on you guys too. I don't give a shit. You got those low lights out there with a gun and a badge, you know what I'm saying? And if you blink the wrong way, some of them, they want to pop a cap in a person. That's bull, But in conclusion here, it says mom can say whatever she wants. But there's this investigation that has to happen and this process that has to take place, Wilking said. The incident is being investigated by a team consisting primarily of officers from the West Valley City Police Department, according to Wilking. West Valley City is a suburb of Salt Lake City, both of which are part of Salt Lake County. Once that investigation is complete, the information will be turned into the district attorney's office, who will conduct their own investigation. Listen to this shit. Wilkins said. The city also has a civilian review board that investigates complaints regarding police conduct. While the full details of this incident are yet to be released as an investigation takes place, I will say that I am thankful this young boy is alive and no one else was injured. Salt Lake City Mayor Eric Mendenhall said in a statement, according to KUTV, no matter the circumstances, what happened on Friday night is a tragedy, and I expect this investigation to be handled swiftly and transparently for the sake of everyone involved. Okay, that's what you say, you know what I mean? But in the meantime, you got trigger happy police officers on your force there. I mean, if the young man didn't have a gun, he shouldn't have been shot. Like the mother said, what about the taser? You know what I mean? What about rubber bullets? You know what I mean? There was just so many ways that they could have handled this. You know what I'm saying? Main thing to do, to get trigger happy police officers off, of the force. If you don't, then I'm sure this country, the way it operates, the people of this country will rise up and start doing it for you in a way that you don't want them to. And you know what that means. In other words, there's going to be a lot of people start killing cops. I saw a story where some officer got a knock at his door, and he opened the door and somebody stabbed his ass in the face. You know what I mean? I saw another story, you know, uh, where some officer was stabbed in the throat and they ain't looking for him to make it. So it's already, turning up or what have you. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this particular story. I'm interested in hearing y'all thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched, simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.